Yo, what's up, guys? So today I just wanted to talk about the power of leverage, using your resources, your time, your energy, and your effort in the most efficient way possible, So sometimes when we want to make more money, we'll work more hours, right? We're going to take more hours at our job. We're going to work overtime. We're going to forego our weekends. We will, skip out on vacations just so we can make extra money and stuff like that. But you have to use your resources, your time, and your energy more efficient. You have to make use of leverage, meaning trying to create a small side business, trying to invest in the stock market, making your money work for you, trying to increase your skill set instead of working, hours with your physical body or your mental brain, trying to do more work. And sometimes it's not the best option because later on down the line, 2-3 years, that money is being eaten by inflation, or we have no idea where the money went. Sometimes we have so much stress because we worked overtime that we start spending money to cope for that stress. So, we'll start eating out more, buying luxurious items, buying things we don't really need to cope with the stress of working more. So it's very important to use that time, energy, and the mental capacity you have to for better use. It's not the best thing to do to work overtime all the time if you don't have to. It's best to start a small side business based on the skills that you have, or even invest your money and make your money work for you. So in that case, you don't have to always be, not taking breaks, not taking days off, not taking time off. It's very important to take time off. So you have to use the leverage, guys. Like a great example of this is, like I said, the actor Ryan Reynolds. Everyone knows him from Deadpool. Those were a couple of his big movies, and then he had, Limitless as well. Was he in Limitless? Ryan Reynolds was in Limitless. I think he was in Deadpool, and he was in a few of those earlier, rom-com movies back in the day. But Ryan Reynolds is a big actor. But guess what? He doesn't have to act a day in his life ever again. Some actors, they get their movie budget, they get their 2-3 million, and then they go and spend it on luxurious cars, clothing. They want to show the status. But Ryan Reynolds, he's like, no, I'm going to go and purchase a media company. I'm going to go and invest into different, different sports clubs, different type of avenues where I know I can make my money work for me, and also where he knows where, things are going to be built for him in the long run, not the short term. And guess what? He doesn't have to do another movie a day in his life, and he's a billionaire. His media company is worth billions of dollars. He's on some of the biggest advertisements because of his media company. And that's where, he made the proper use of leverage, his time, resources, and energy. And so instead of him chasing after movie role after movie role after movie role, he can now be more selective in getting the correct movie role that he wants and that he enjoys, instead of chasing any type of movie role just for income. And now he can really build a proper legacy. And on top of that, he's financially free, where he doesn't have to be so worried about if this director is going to pay him on time, or or is this movie going to make this amount of money, or he's not so money driven anymore. So the films that he's going to come out with and produce are going to be more like legacy driven, and they're going to be a lot more meaningful because it's not about the money anymore. It's more so about his legacy and his craft and his art as a actor. And that's what it could also go into your guys' life too as well, where you don't have to just focus on earning money all the time. Make sure your bills are paid, make sure that you're okay, your family's good, your friends are okay. And then after that, guys, focus on leverage. Focus on how you can leverage your income. How can you leverage the money you're making? How can you start a small side business? How can you invest in more skills? Who do you have to meet? Who do you have to talk to learn more about it? How you can increase your income. How can you get your money to work for you? What can you do to save time on certain tasks that you do? Can you find better processes? Can you find better, applications that you can, manage your time with? Or even at work, can you find better ways on how you can do more tasks efficiently? That's money, and that's the time you should be spent on focusing on, doing things more efficiently and saving your money, and not, going out all the time and wasting it. try to spend it correctly, you know, do things that you like to do. And that's why you need to focus on leverage, guys. So try not to always, you know, work yourself, you know, to exhaustion. Focus on your leverage, focus on building the side business, the skills you need, and you know, doing it more efficiently, guys. So I'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.